Hello, people. Good evening. How are you doing? It's almost the weekend. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Just a small matter of taking care of some business this evening, and of course, it's the it's the penultimate round of our career mode tonight. A lot on the line today, so it could all end today. It could all end today. It's completely out of my control. If results don't go my way, then we are done and dusted. Lewis Hamilton's some points ahead, and it's going to take a catastrophic race from him to bring me back into contention. So all I can do really is just focus on doing the best I can and trying to win. But that's easier said than done. Certainly in the last couple of weeks, it's been really difficult to even get close. And I've done a bit of homework, and we will touch on that very shortly. But yeah, let's flick into game anyway. That's my desktop. Don't want to show that. It's the game I want to show. Let's bring this in. I mean, it's making noise, but it's not having the game. Hang on. Have to trick OBS sometimes. I'm being very careful to try and stay with him, speak with him on microphone. And there we are, fab. So microphone layout, I'm still trying to test really. I don't know how quiet, I don't know how close I have to get. I feel like I can't get any closer really than where I am right now. Without it, that's pretty much, that's impeding. That's impeding, the steering wheel's in the way. Yeah, because I've got the steering wheel right here as well, so I kind of am trying to... I've been tinkering with the position. Now the problem I've got is this is slightly off at an angle. I don't feel like I'm really talking into this. So, gonna need a vibe check. Gonna need some sound checking from you guys as the race progresses. But I've had a tinker. I'm pretty happy with the settings as they are, really. So... yeah, we'll see how it goes. 2 races. So Brazil, I shouldn't be too bad here, but I've done a couple of laps here. Thought I'd set some reasonably quick times in time trial. Still like 2,500 in the leaderboard, which is about average, I think, for my time trial runs. 108% difficulty we're going with today. So it did start off 107 when the day started, and I set the stream up earlier on my YouTube channel. But done a couple of laps and found a couple of attempts, and that's a pretty big deal on a track like Interlagos. At the lap time, I think I just dipped into the 106s finally in my time trial runs. So we're looking okay. It just means that it's bumped the difficulty up by 1%, and of course we are running to the AI calculator, difficulty calculator still. Now there's been a lot of queries, mainly me, questioning the difficulty calculator really. Now, it seems to be pretty balanced. The difficulty calculator is pretty good in the race. But what we've discovered, certainly as the seasons, these last few races, probably from Hungary, Belgium onwards, there's just a huge discrepancy between my performance in qualifying versus the performance in the race. And something's not felt quite right really, and it's taken me until the penultimate race when I'm about to lose the championship to kind of sit up and pay attention a little bit, and perhaps do a little bit of homework in terms of setting the difficulties. So what I discovered a couple of days ago, when I'd just done some running because I wanted to check the difficulties. So of course my lap time at the time was good enough for 107%. In the race, and then I decided to chuck that into a Grand Prix qualifying session. So I went into Mercedes, done a very similar lap time, so it was representative. It's all representative conditions. And then, I tried to see what the pole position time was that the AI was setting, and tried to get as close as I could to that within reason. Really, so I'm not expecting to set PBs every time, so I kind of lowered the difficulty to a point where the AI is setting qualifying times that are like a tenth off my personal best, really, you know, on the ballpark, or just a tenth off. And 105, the game was recommending me. Now, with that new lap time that I've just set, I think 106 in qualifying is probably what I'm going to set this time around. So it'll be 106% in qualifying, and then it'll be 108% in the race. So we're going to see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, then we should have some answers, hopefully, as to what's going on, really. So is it just the AI are too quick, or something that's not quite matched up? Because our car in career mode, we've been the second best car. We're quite clearly second best. We're close to the Mercedes, but they've always edged it. And yeah, still, our cars can't get near the front. There's been a couple of races where my teammate has managed to kind of get up there, but the car just isn't consistent. You know, we should be challenging for like second row minimum, and most of the time we're never getting close. I know I'm particularly not getting close, and even De Vries most of the time falls short of that as well. So hopefully we'll get some bits cleared up. I'm hoping we'll qualify a bit higher up the grid, or at least have a better chance of doing that, because that's all I want. I just want to I want to feel like I set a good time, and I get rewarded for that, rather than just getting chucked down in 14th, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, had to do a bit of homework just to avoid that that issue. So I'm going to run it on 106 for now, so I don't forget to change it before qualifying, and then for sure we need to change it back for the race. I think we're good there. So we did run 110 both sessions in Mexico, and paid the price, unfortunately. Okay, back here. So I think that's pretty much it. The car's not really going to get developed. We can afford. I don't really want a durability part, to be honest. There's a chassis upgrade, which isn't really worth it anymore. When are these going to be ready for me? I could risk one of these, to be honest. I might just go for that and try and rush it. Yeah, because I will get it before the next race. So I might as well gamble on a big part here and just rush it before the next race. So, hang on, where are we in the chassis? Second best chassis. Aero is... It's not enough of an upgrade for me to want to buy that. It's going to be a power unit part, or it's going to be... I'm going to do a chassis part. So this little chassis change, I'm not going to buy that. That'll be ready in time for the next race, guaranteed though. But I want more. But no. Actually, is it the same? It looks slightly better. I'm going to rush it. 45% chance, but hey, we're taking risks at this point. Championship could be well and truly over by then, but it would be nice to at least have the best chassis going into the final race of the season if we can do that. See, we're just there. We're decent. We've got a decent car. I just can't do anything with it, unfortunately. Okay, power unit wise, we have a fresh power unit for these next two races. Almost fresh. As good as fresh. A lot of these parts are 0%, so we're just going to switch these in as well. Particularly useful for Interlagos' massive straight. We'll put in that one as well. That energy source is pretty much identical. New turbocharger. The control electronics. That's our best one we've got. So we're in as good a shape as we can be today to at least maximise the result. It's just whether we can stop Hamilton. I didn't actually check the standings there either, so we will have a look just to remind ourselves where we are, and the permutations as well for today. It is quite a gap, so even a win for us won't be enough, even if Hamilton DNFs. So he's a clear 25 points clear, 25 points plus. Actually, we can check the standings right here while I just take a quick drink. 34 points. Calculated that. Sorry, I will periodically turn around to check on the football, I think. I'm only going to miss the first half, I expect, in this let's kick off. And we've got 50 minutes yet until kick off, so I want to try and be in and out before the football starts. So we will miss a bit of the first half, I'm sure, but would be nice to be updated as we go along. So 34 points. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's like, even if we won this and Hamilton DNF'd, he's still got a buffer. He can still finish second in the next race and win the championship. So in terms of permutations then, so I need to gain 9 points on him today. So at minimum, I need to be, so it'll be, so I need to be 5th at least. So 5th and a DNF will keep me in this fight. 4th, so what's that? That's, oh God, maths is hard. So hang on, so 4, it's 12 points for 5th. Hang on, I can just check the season results. It will give me, no, it won't. I thought it would give me a list. So 25 for a win, 18 for second, 15 for third, 12 for 4th. So 12 will get me somewhere. Hamilton basically needs, 8th, 7th or 8th, something like that. If that's the case. If I get a podium, it just goes up. We'll play it. We'll do the calculations as the race goes on. Don't expect Hamilton to be in the bottom half of the top 10. If anything, we just need a big DNF from him. Look at these results as well. I mean, he's just had a second. Well, last 5 races, he's had a third, first, second, and I've struggled comparatively with that. Not as bad as Bottas though. 3 DNFs, and then he managed to win in Mexico. He saved us a little bit last time out in Mexico. So need another favour from him, really. We need a retirement. That's what I'm hoping for today. I don't really want it to come to that, but that's the situation we're in right now. We need Hamilton to no score to really hype up the next round. Because no one's going to watch this next week for sure, or whenever it is that I run that last race. I still haven't quite decided when I'm going to do that.
Happy that they've been integrated into the car. Okay, with any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement. So give them a try.
Okay. All these setups that I've loaded as well, and I couldn't tell you what any of them are about. Okay. So Interlagos, I've done enough laps to feel decent here. Of course, we've had 2 seasons worth of development on these cars though, so of course the balance may feel significantly better. I certainly expect to be well in the 106s in come qualifying. For now, it's just, let's get the points. I don't think it really matters, but I mean, we've got 400 points that we could probably increase. So, I mean, if we can rush more development parts through before Abu Dhabi, that would do me very nicely indeed.
Approaching the DRS zone, watch your MFD for the activation point.
Pretty cautious through the centre Fs there, but we're on hard tyres as well, there's no grip whatsoever. Turn 4 is pretty deceptive really, because you can take that inside curve, but you really get punished on the outside when you start putting the power down. In time trial, I kept getting tripped over that and going over the white lines. Shouldn't have too many issues with track limits today though in this race. Of course, we don't really run strict flag rules here. Maximum cheating might be required later. If things get real desperate. We're going to see a real desperate side to me today, in a bid to not lose this championship.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
I think we almost purpled that lap. I remember doing something similar straight off the bat last season actually at Interlagos. Because a full purple lap would Oh, well, not purple, this one. A full purple lap completes the program for you, which I'd never done before. Losing so much time in a sector in the time trials compared to people here. Car is very, very loose for the twisty section here. Just putting the power down and it just wants to step out each time. And everyone seems to have a handle on it in time trial except me.
Great stuff. You've pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to
we're in
build
that.
from over the weekend.
Hope the sound's alright for you guys. I do keep messing about with the settings. Sometimes I don't like the way the microphone sounds versus the game sound and vice versa. Had a pretty embarrassing blunder yesterday in a stream where I just happened to have the my Discord chat not playing through for about an hour. So it just sounded like I was talking to myself yesterday, which I'm sure was thoroughly entertaining viewing. But it inspired me to go through my settings again and just double check everything's okay. The amount of YouTube tutorials I've gone through to try and find some setting that I like. Right, that'll do. Next program. We're in FP2, I think, so we might just run our programs all in this session if we can. It's okay, I'm not really worried about the lap times. I'm on a hard tyre there as well, so not that bothered. Be interesting to see where we stack up in the practice sessions now. How our target times are going to be. Because bear in mind, we are on 106 right now. We will bump up to 108 for the race. In terms of percentage of difficulty.
And take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Yeah, the practice gearbox has had enough, I think. It's had its fair share of running now. Keep locking up that inside front for turn 1, which isn't good. Definitely way too eager on the throttle there. Done a great job of managing the tyres so far. Easy enough.
Okay, test complete, and that was
Easy enough. Lovely. Next one. This is just a formality at this point. I've done enough laps to jump straight into qualifying here, to be honest. But I will play this out and really drag this out.
testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners. Don't be too aggressive on the power, but remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
They've not really put me out in a good spot here. Traffic everywhere. Again, keep snatching that inside front. Need to tidy that up. Because it's costing me about a tenth.
Program complete.
Oh shit, no, not replay. Back to garage, please. What's the time actually? Oh, we've got ages yet till kick off. I'm so busy looking. What's going on with the football? What's going on with the football? I'm obsessed with it at the moment. One big benefit of working from home as well is all of the great background noise I get when I have the matches on in the background. Get to hear all of the action. I've not missed any of it yet so far. It feels like it's been great. Love it. Okay, FP2 again. Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain, so I don't really want to do that.
Try to run it before the end of FP3.
Let's do the ERS management. We'll get the ERS management one out of the way, and then I think in FP3 we'll do the quali run. Oh, this looks pretty overcast already, to be honest.
In this program, we're looking at ERS management. This is all about managing your battery efficiently throughout the lap to hit your target time. The overtake button will drain the battery quickly, but it will also give you maximum power.
Here we go. Going to use all of the energy here, and then when the lap starts, I'm not going to use it at all. There we go. Pretty sure I can go faster through there. Through turns 2 and 3. Not really lining it up enough. It's just a bitch to get right, turn 2. Especially if like track limits are on like strict as well. You can't really go over the curbs that much. But mind you, I don't think those big curbs are there in real life anymore. They've replaced them with curbs. They've opened the corner up a bit more. There's more tarmac there now, but they've moved the curbs way out to the outside of the corner, so you do have more tarmac in real life to play with. Because they used to just go all over the curbs back in the day. But we, us F1 2020 players don't get to do either of that without getting penalised in some way. Okay, that's F1. Sorry, FP1 done and dusted, I think. Let's,
So far,
again, lap time is irrelevant, really, at this point.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Verstappen, Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton. And that's it. Practice is officially over. And
I still wouldn't like that as the qualifying result, to be honest. I know Hamilton's down in 3rd, but it's very important that we get up the field today because we've got pace in the race. We just take way too long to get going though. Once we've passed all of our cars that we need to get past and finally can set our sights on the Mercedes, Hamilton's already 15 seconds up the road normally, so can't afford a bad qualifying today if we want to, stay in the championship hunt. Let's see. We'll see if FP2 is dry. Can't quite tell what tyres I'm on there. Nah, it's intermediates, isn't it? Let's write this one off. Okay, FP3. We'll do our last 2 there.
of our top 3, who are Bottas, Hamilton, and Daniel Ricciardo. Sadly, it's
Also interested to see how Hamilton performs now that he's no longer listed as a rival. Because we've pretty much had him listed as our rival for the whole season. And we've lost both rivalries against him. And it's like they just find like extra time. An extra like couple attempts or an extra bit of performance. Oh no, sorry. We are still rivals. 2 races. Ah, shit. Alright, it's not looking good for me then. I can't be expected to remember what goes on in this in this championship. I've been doing this season since January. Alrighty. So we will do... Let's do the qualifying... No, we'll do the qualifying one first. And then we'll run the... Whoops. See, this is the danger when the microphone's so close. I'm sitting there knocking it. My hands have no space.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Right, here we go. So this will be a big test then, because we have struggled in the qualifying programs of late. Again, turn 1 was lacking and it really didn't set me up nicely for turn 2 there. A bit wide. At Jung Chao. Got this new power unit. Pull us up the hill. Look at the time. Yeah, we're finding lots of time down the straight. Power unit. The new unit's helping.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
I mean, that was quite convincingly ahead of the target. I mean, that means nothing come qualifying. Because they always find performance. Alright, let's race. Let's just race strat it now. Again, we were well in the 106s there. So, as expected, we are some way ahead of where well, we're ahead of where I want us to be, thank God. Whew, okay. I don't know why I just had to watch half a lap of my car just driving around on his own until the lights came up there.
We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy.
Again. Need to be a bit better on the brakes here.
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes. Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Oh. Again, heavy right foot. It's just that middle sector. The car's just really unbalanced. Just oversteers a lot when you
Super job so far. We're
even
getting
touch the
great
throttle pedal.
data. Stay focused.
It's very interesting these times that these target times are setting me. I'm way clear of them every time. It's almost like the qualifying. Again, it just shows the discrepancy, I think, between qualifying pace and race pace. I think we were half second up on the qualifying sim this time around, but you know, we're a second and a half up on these lap times in the race simulation. So that's why we will turn the difficulty up anyway. That's the reason we will turn it up. I'm set. I do need to set it to 108. It's starting to rain now as well, so this is perfect timing. Just gonna be finished. Gonna be finished with this program, and then we can call it a day and move straight on.
Great lap. You
Fab. Kind of blitzed practice today. I'm as ready as I can be. Oh, I haven't completed one objective though. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, the margin, the lap time's pretty big at the moment. I know it's starting to rain now as well, so they will struggle.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our
None of that's
time.
representative,
Racing
really.
points, Ricciardo.
I think Leclerc set a time that was perhaps
What an
representative,
incredible practice session.
but
Doesn't stop here, though. Join
those
us
Mercs are
again
way
for the
behind,
rest
and that's
of
because
the
it started
weekend
raining at
performance.
that point when they started setting those times. Look, you got Williams in 10th and 11th there, so none of this matters. See, look at Neg. Oh, God. Right. So this is important now. So qualifying. And we got here pretty quickly. It only took us half an hour to get to this point. It's normally like 50 minutes. So yeah, so we will run, so just to remind people who are watching, so the game plan is we're going to run 106 in qualifying, but we will run 108 in the race, and that's because significant differences in speed that the AI produce in those different sessions. So just to recap, I did a little bit of homework this time around, and compared my best time trial time with a couple of Grand Prix sessions that the AI that I let the AI do. I just let them run, see what lap times they could come up with. So I've tried to match it. Pretty much their pole position times they're setting in their sessions are around the ballpark, similar to my best lap in time trial. Give or take, a tenth off or so. Because let's face it, I don't think I'm going to beat my personal best in every session. So I have to scale it a little bit, just to take that into account. So yeah, we're running 106. We will be 108 in the race though, because that's what the difficulty calculator, as always, has told us to do. Now, before I do that, is there any more R&D parts we can buy? So this one, that has 0% failure chance, we now have afforded enough points to buy that, which is what I'm going to do as well. So, at the very least, that chassis, look how big that projected improvement will take us. It will take us way clear in the chassis front. So, it makes sense. We've not actually still been told what parts are going to get scrapped for next season as well. So, I don't think there's going to be a rule change. Which, leaves this team in a great position. We will never find out, though, because I don't think we'll get time to do another season before the next game comes out. So, yeah, I think we're good. Gearbox-wise, let me just check the gearbox. Yeah, we're totally fine. Because I know I practiced one. Yeah, I've only used one practice gearbox all season. That's lasted very, very well. 71% sworn still. Very, very impressed. Okay. This is the big bit now. This is the big one. Was it worth doing the research? And that is the question. I'm stressed. It's dry at least. Just check the setup before we go. I think we've got the custom one on still. I'm just going to confirm that. Hey Quiddles. Go fast. I'll try, buddy. I will try. Can I just do a sound check real quick as well? You can hear me clear? Over the game volume. Hang on, I'll go out on track anyway, just so you can hear. But hopefully the audio, hopefully my microphone's louder than the game sound. All good? Perfect. Alright, let's do it. The screen looks a little screen teary at the moment, which indicates that rain might be on the way. Weather report.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dry seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Alright, let's do it. Like I say, just as a reminder, we're on 106% for qualifying, 108 for the race. So let's see where we stack up. Hopefully it's inside the top 10 for once. Oh, that's a horrible lock-up immediately. Kind of recovered it in turn 2 there. It was okay. 106.3 is the target. Oh, that's too deep. Turn 4 is too deep. Lots of mistakes on this lap already. Oh, getting too deep. Just carrying way too much speed into the corner entries here. Let's keep snatching brakes. Charles Leclerc. Oh my god. Yeah, really struggling. Charles almost in a 105s. So yeah, we are rapid. These cars are very, very quick. Considering that lap was a bit of a train wreck, that's a really, really good lap time. Well, for my standard, in terms of position, it looks alright. We will see. I mean, we're falling down the order, rightly so as well. Well, that's a pretty interesting top 3. I mean, Hamilton's nowhere to be seen right now. I mean, he will set a lap time in a second. Stronks for AlphaTauri. Kvyat's there. Kvyat's doing well. It's a pretty, I mean, I would take that grid still. Hamilton's, of course, the worry. So if we look, where is he at? Oh, he's just about across the line. Oh, he's just taking P1 as well. Just for good measure. Right, what's the benchmark? 105.7. Alright, so 6 temps to find. We're purple in Sector 1, though. Pretty good. Shit. Come on. Why can't I select the tyre? There we go. So, Hamilton is 34 points clear with 2 races to go. Just to remind us where we are. So, he can finish... Well, I need a 9-point swing in my favour today. So, if Hamilton finishes top 5 at any point, it's done at this point. And that's irrespective of what I do. And I need to win. Well, if I win the race, Hamilton needs to finish...
20th in the speed trap.
Like 7th, 6th or 7th, can't remember specifically. So it's all in his hands. I've just noticed we're sliding down the field here as well. So that purple sector 1 still remain though. So I feel slightly encouraged by that. So yeah, we're banking on, we're praying for a Hamilton retirement today. As mean as that sounds. But it's the only way it's the only thing that can really save our season. Then we need to still win, really. Because if we win and he DNFs, we're still 9 points behind. So it's still very much in his hands. So I feel very much like Kimi in 2007 at the moment. Little wide through turn 1. Nick needs to do a crash gate. Yeah, he does. Much cleaner there. Much cleaner. Just get us up the order. That's all I need, really. I'm not expecting like pole position here. Especially a 1:05.7. That's just stupid. Whoa. I mean, we're gonna get close though. It won't be a 0.7. Or it might be. I mean, we pulled a lot. We made some big mistakes in that last lap though. P2. P2 for now. Whew. Well, this is better. Again, middle sector letting us down a little bit. I was a bit tentative through turn 4. Leclerc's gone fastest again. They're just going to keep improving here, so we're going to need to still find improvements here, because we will lose that position. But saying that,
The track is pretty quiet at the
we're
moment.
not
Perhaps we should get out there.
we're not 14th right now, so I'm not as stressed right now. Bottas is nowhere to be seen, by the way. There he is. 7 tenths off in 11th at the moment. Mercedes intentionally turning the car down. Okay. Got some time. I think I'm going to go out now, though, and just jump the traffic if I can. One more lap. Gotta be perfect. Gotta be absolutely flawless. We lost some time in Sector 1. I know that, compared to the first lap. Could really do with... I mean, Hamilton's improved as well. Oh, no, he hasn't. That's a lie. Sorry, I didn't jump Hamilton. I would expect Hamilton will improve, though. Alright, here we go. Slight improvement. So far so good. It's this middle sector though where I need to tidy it up. Oh, a bit deep. Can I save it? Oh, fight in the car. It's going to be a slight improvement. Alright, shortest run. Still P3. We're a 10th off. They're going to improve though, guaranteed. But we're stuck. Easy win. Right, Phil, by the way. Probably not easy win. I mean, I hope, but... Or wait, are you talking about Hamilton easy win? Because maybe, probably. It looks like a Hamilton win. Right, 1 minute to go then. Brace yourselves. Wow, look at how much time I lost in that middle sector to Leclerc though. That's where it's all gone. That's where all that lap time is. Didn't really even need to find much, but... Just, there's a big gap there in that middle sector. I'm the worst by far, all the way up till like... I mean, same as the threes really. But we're purple in 1 and 3, so... That's going to be my fingers crossed. I'm just looking at... There you go. Couldn't quite see it from that angle. Just looks like I'm flipping you guys off. Okay, 10 seconds. I'm not going to skip it. I'm just going to let it run.
We're 20th in the speed trap, 215.9.
Oh, Hamilton just popped up into P1 right as the clock hit 0.
And with qualifying complete,
I'll take that, really.
top three
I will
today.
take that all day long.
And a racing point. With qualifying
Bottas didn't improve.
remains is the main
I
event.
don't understand.
We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Gasly in shambles. Not that bad. I mean, he improved up to 7th. But, I mean, Bottas should hang his head in shame. So, Hamilton's got a clear run, it looks like. Come race day. We done well, though. That definitely worked. The percentage, dialing down that percentage helped us a lot, really. And puts us in the ballpark, really, where you would expect our car to be based on how we've developed the car. So I'm not really complaining that much. The freeze again, bit disappointing. He didn't actually improve from his first run, so whatever, man. Yeah, it's as good as it can be. Leclerc's surprise result in second there, but that's set us up nicely. At least we've got a clear run at Hamilton. We've got a chance at least to give him a race rather than trying to do something a bit wonky on strategy. Oh, glad that's done. Right, so now we're going to change the difficulty up to 108. As I promised in the stream title. I feel like we should have done this this qualifying stuff. We knew what the problem was the whole time. The qualifying is just so out of sync. And I just left it thinking, oh, it'll right itself, it'll get fixed. And it just hasn't this second half of the season. Right, it's going to be dry at least, so, which is good because I've done no laps in the wet. And I think the one time it did rain in the session, when I was using my steering wheel for the first time, it was in Sochi, and that just was not good either. It just fell apart so quickly. Okay, so just a reminder, let's check the standings one last time just before we jump in. So, Hamilton's 34 clear. If I win, it needs to be a 9-point swing, essentially. So, if he finishes third, and I come first, we're still in, just, albeit 24 points, I think, behind. So I mean, it would take a miracle in Abu Dhabi. So yeah, so a win will do it for us. Third for Hamilton, like I say, takes us into the next race. Depends on fastest lap a little bit. Hang on, let me just see how many wins we've got each. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, that's messing with me. 5, 6. So I've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Hamilton's got 7. If I win and he comes third, then that's 7 wins for me. If you got a fastest lap, it doesn't matter. Really. It really doesn't matter. We're not even. It would be 25 points the gap if Hamilton comes third and gets the fastest lap and I win the race. So, pretty much impossible at that point. Oh, right, okay. I'm going to advance now. I'm just going to have a quick wee break, and I will see you guys in 1 sec. Once I've started that, right, hang on.
Formula One returns to Sao Paulo once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his 3rd championship here in 2012, and in 2016, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit, and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. And that gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. Now, Anthony Davidson, I wonder, might we be in for some early pit stops today for the midfield teams, all trying to put some pressure on or disrupting things for the leaders up front?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you know, you got your own race to run. I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have a Racing Point, Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Kvyat, Gasly, Norris, Vettel, and Nick de Vries, Bottas, Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen, and Albon, Russell, Giovinazzi, Esteban Ocon, and Lance Stroll. Sainz, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and
Hello,
get
Stevie.
this Grand Prix underway.
Hold on, let's just stick the camera back on. I always have to tab out a game and it always black screens the
the stream for some reason.
Okay, she bagged a podium result last race. Let's see if we can do the same here.
Right, how's it going, guys? Does anyone need a catch up before we start? As I'm aware Stevie's just joined. I hope Stevie's been following the whole time anyway, because he's a super fan. But we're in third. We are in third place. Can't get comfy. Right, okay. So yeah, starting in third. Hamilton's in first. He's literally right there in front of us this time. It's pretty good, isn't it? It says one stop. Weather looks like it's going to be dry. Phil's asking about the weather there. One stop looks the surefire bet. I mean, we might as well just stick with that. It'll be interesting to see how our pace is now, though, in the race. Big turn 1 second. Quiddles has called for it. Whew. Okay, let's go. So much wheel spin in the second phase. We've got room though. Oh no, shit, the Leclerc's still there. No, Charles! Oh, and there's a car inside as well. I don't know who it is. Verstappen. Oh, I've been mugged right off, and here goes Hamilton. Off into the distance. Got Perez on. Sorry, no, that's Gasly on my inside. He's had a great start. Wow, I got mugged. Got the best launch out of everyone. Then just bogged down when I got into like 4th gear. And I just got dive bombed, didn't I, by Leclerc? Leclerc was still there, and then Verstappen just sneaked in on the inside line as well. So it's going to take a couple of laps just to adjust to the pace anyway. Let's just see how quick they really are. Bear in mind, the 106 was comparatively easy. Oh, that's a lock up. Max didn't like the little dummy though, but it slowed him right down in the corner. I mean, it's not really helped me here in my fight with Lewis. But we have a brand new power unit today, so let's put it to good use. Middle sector, we're certainly oh my god, struggling.
Some of this energy.
Just a bit too lively on both pedals, really. The throttle certainly way too way too loud on the noisy pedal. This isn't looking good here.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I just keep snatching a brake every now and then on the on the brake pedal as well. So just a bit, it just needs to be tidied up a tiny bit. Just little errors that we're being punished by at the moment. Max is looking up for it though. This is what I need. I need these guys to be on the pace, but Hamilton's running away with it. And what I don't want to be is caught in the DRS train here, and it looks like I'm going to be.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Oh, fucking hell. Here goes Max. Wasn't really even close enough to get near here. That's horrific understeer. Stick close to him if I can. That corner they are extremely good out of. Again, it's a traction zone. Too much. Again, just oversteer. Little tiny bits of oversteer that just catch me out. Come on, Max. What have you got? Here we go. This is a pass.
Hamilton's in first place.
Here we go! Oh shit. I think we're good. That's what we needed. Just needed a moment where they just got tangled up amongst themselves in the corner. Wasn't expecting that amount of overspeed though. That was so much quicker. It's like Leclerc wasn't accelerating. Right. Please just have your own little race behind me now.
We're leading our teammate by 3.5 seconds.
Driver in front.
Hamilton is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:09.3. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
So hang on, Leclerc got back past Verstappen there as well, amongst all of that. Wasn't actually paying attention to the fight behind once I got ahead of them both. And for some reason, Leclerc... Has Verstappen damaged himself? Has he got damage? Because he's just fallen right behind everyone now. In which case, that's really bad news for us, because I needed that extra car. I need someone to get in front of Hamilton as well here. Yeah, Perez has passed Max as well. There must be damage for Max. When are our pit stops? Oh shit.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. 6 laps until your pit window is open.
Oh. I didn't even hit an option there. I just accidentally hit the button and mentioned something about pit stops, and he just mentioned that. That was so weird. So spooky. It's like Jeff was a real person there. Gasly's past Max as well. Gasly's on for a top result here at the moment. But yeah, it does just confirm how much Max is struggling.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
We're looking really good against Lewis here as well. We are catching him. Certainly pulling away from Leclerc again now. There was a point where Leclerc was right behind us, but now that's nicely spread out. See, this is what we wanted. Like in this, in these races before, you know, in these like 6 races that, or 6 or 7 races we've had before here. Just needed to get in a decent qualifying position, and then kind of, you know, we're pretty similar on pace. I mean, I'm starting to bring them in now. But I mean, when you're doing it from like 14th on the grid,
Be careful. We think you're going to start losing some time.
it's just not possible. I'm trying to get all my driver excuses in when Hamilton comes across the line in the top 2 here. Phil mentioned earlier that don't forget I can tactically bully him into the wall. I mean, there's not really many walls about that are close to the circuit, to be fair. But I wouldn't want to win it like that either. I think the whole point goes against every moral fibre in my body. You know, I'm adjusting this difficulty on the fly to make it a challenge for myself. I mean, I don't want to resort to like binning it. You know, crashing into him to extend the race just because, you know, it's too big a challenge. Pretty similar pace-wise at the moment. You must do what it takes to win.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Crash him out of turn 3 like you did to me that time. I forgot about that. Great time to bring it up. Oh god, that was a dark day, wasn't it? Again, keep snatching the front brake. When are we due into the pits? It was funny is what it was. I mean, yeah, it was, in hindsight. I think we had a good laugh about it at the time as well. Just ruined just as like what was an amazing top 5 fight for the lead. Starting to lose a bit of performance there. I think Hamilton's holding me. Driver in front. Driver in front.
Hamilton ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 1.3 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 10 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 8.9. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
Yeah, it's pretty close at the moment. I think when new tyres come on, it'll be a lot better. I keep pressing the wrong button as well because I want to see.
Hamilton is ahead of you. Gap
No, I didn't want to say that. I just wanted to see what my pit window was.
3 seconds.
Lap 13. Okay.
Softs. Their tyres are 10 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:8.9. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
Now, do I bolt on mediums though? Because Hamilton has a habit of chucking on medium tyres at the moment. When my team are telling me to go on to the more durable, harder compound. The soft tyres go quite a long way into this race, really, when you think about it. Just makes me wonder if medium tyres is the way to go. It's almost like I might just let him go in for a lap. But, I mean, it's a risk of losing a lot of time in the undercut. But I want to see if he goes onto that tyre. Can't quite remember what strategy I ran in Season 1. Gasly's up to 4th, by the way. Gasly gang, where are you at? Fucking hell. Bit Larry. Come on, we're almost in DRS range. This should be good for us here.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in lap.
Can medium tyres do it? What do you guys reckon? Because I'm seriously considering it now. Actually, no, I'm going to go hard tyre. Just the durability, I think, appeals. Inters for sure. Hang on, let me just change to inters. Oh, we're right on him here. Alright, we'll pit now. Actually, do opposite. We'll do opposite to Hamilton. Okay. Whew. Really intense stint that. But we're in touch. Made up for that poor lap 1 in the end.
Release, release.
I think the fact that Hamilton stayed out kind of makes me think that
Look after these tires
he's
now.
gonna
We wanna finish
go
the
on
race
mediums,
this
isn't he?
compound.
He's stretching out the. Oh shit! Fucking. What the fuck was that? I've just seen the football, so you can give me updates. Updates would be cool. I'm flashbacking that shit. It was going well, Stevie. Nobody saw that.
Pit strategy complete.
I've never done a pit
See these
exit
tyres
before.
through to the
Give me a
end.
break. It's like there's no fucking grip in a pit lane. Fucking hell. Yeah, there is a TV right behind me. I don't have the sound on though, so I'm actually not sure on the score. I was periodically turning my head round during the practice sessions. Alright, this isn't really that good. Come out in all this traffic here.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
It's not really helped me that.
Nick is in the pits.
It's going quite well actually this race, Stevie, other than that inconvenient moment you just decided to tune in. We are chasing Hamilton for the lead at the moment. Oh, that's Very deep on the brakes. Leclerc's come out on soft. Leclerc's 2 stopping, which is an interesting choice. We are pretty much copying Hamilton. I'm pretty sure Hamilton's 1 stopping. He's just stretching that stint out because I know he's going to bang on a set of mediums in a second. Right, get past Gio. Leclerc on the hard. I thought he was on soft. I feel like I'm cheating here. Oh shit, he is. He came out the pit lane and it was telling me he was still on soft. My mistake. He's on hard. Good spot. Good spot, Quiddles.
The gap to the car ahead is
Verstappen in 8th at the
2.0
moment.
seconds.
Has he dropped that far down in this stint? I'm almost a pit stop ahead of him. He's only just come into the pits. He's had damage that whole time. Hamilton's in. He's on medium as well. Which is bad news, really. What I fancy, these tyres can be more consistent than the medium, so we'll see. He's come out a little bit further ahead as well. Very annoying. It's alright, we came out in traffic though, really. But okay, this is the race then. It's a sprint to the line. 20 laps to go. Can Hamilton make these tyres last? Well, he probably will, but can he do it quickly? We're hoping he can't.
The car ahead is coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead, now running medium tyres.
Come on, let's get him. Everyone's on medium ahead of me. Everyone that's just come into the pits there has gone on medium. I don't understand why I always get put on these shithouse strategies. Gasly going for the podium. It's actually very true. Because I fired chat. Chat would have told me to 4-stop. Speaking of 4-stop races, if this championship is over today, we're gonna do a meme race next time out, where you guys can just tell me what to do. Hamilton's up the road. I'm sweating a lot now as well. It's getting really warm in here. I've turned the fan off for some reason. Hang on, I almost feel like I should just turn the fan back on. I'm gonna go do that. So, hang on, one sec. Okay, we're back. That was easy. Hit every lap and don't come last. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good challenge.
Behind is 12.0 seconds.
Somehow, a long pit lane like Abu Dhabi, though, that wouldn't really favour me that well. But the good news is we're not really falling back from Lewis here. Drink for every lap that I'm not in the lead. That's a fantastic idea, to be fair. That is a great one. Sounds brutal though. It's gonna get painful. Gasly's on the podium. Gasly's already passed Charles Leclerc. Medium tyres working right now.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target.
Driver in front.
Hamilton ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 8.6.
You guys wouldn't want to see me drunk on stream anyway.
1/10 a lap.
I'm not sure I want to be drunk on stream either. Nice.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, we are definitely in the ballpark here. Even with these tyres on. I think the race is coming back towards us here already. Driver behind.
Gasly is behind you. Our gap behind is 4.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:8.3.
And Gasly's certainly making the mediums work. Oh, I got on the grass there a little bit. It's really put me off. In before Gasly catches us both and wins. I mean, if Gasly wants to come in and like overtake Lewis, that's absolutely fine. But there's no way I can let Gasly past. Not today. So if Gasly comes near me, I'm lag spiking him into the barrier.
Hamilton is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was
Yeah,
a
old
1
mediums,
minute
4 laps.
8.7. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap.
Dare I say it, Gasly's catching Lewis here. Not by much, but enough to be noteworthy. Shall I do a Lewis 2016 Abu Dhabi? Gonna have to, I think. That would be legit. I classify that as a legitimate racing tactic. Oh, we're in DRS for the first time. Is it over if I win and he's P2? It is. It is over. Lewis needs to be third, basically.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
And even then, I'll be 24 points behind at that point. So, but to take it to the next round, I need to be first and he needs to be third here. Here we go. We're right here. We're in the fight. We're going to try and back him up into Gasly. Yep. that's I mean, Hamilton expertly done that against Rosberg. But we'll see. Yeah, I have to back him up. Unless Hamilton has a mechanical failure of some kind. I have to say, Leclerc just dropped like a fly as well. Okay. Come on, get him. Get him. Elbows out for that one. Literally just dive down the inside there. If he wants to lose his championship, then he could have crashed into me there. Right, okay. I don't know how we're going to play this. Like, just a bit early in the braking zones. Just a little more casual. Like, it's all in this sector where the lap time's got to go. And just fucking hang on for dear life down the straight. Oh my god. Works for me, look at all the energy. Fab. Okay, this is the strat then. Just save all of the fuel except for the last main straight. How long we got? We got 9 laps, so let's try and just have some fun with this. Look at that lift and coast, legitimate strategy. This is going to backfire and Gasly's going to win, but...
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more.
See ya. Would be a shame if you backed off a bit too much and Hamilton broke his front wing. Yes, a crying shame. Oh shit. Had to be careful there. I was a bit too cautious. Just gonna look at chat in the middle of the corner. Yeah, no big deal. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Okay, shit. I'm just making sure I get a gap big enough on the main straight, really. At the end of the day, I want to have a big gap because I don't want to draft Lewis along when he's after Gasly as well, you know what I mean? Right, so Gasly's almost here. I mean, Lewis was close that time. I think Lewis is starting to use some of the battery a bit more as well. So I just got to keep that in mind as well. Like he's close here, you know what I mean? I don't need him near me here. Middle sector I can slow down. Leclerc's doing nothing, by the way. I thought Charles might like catch up, but he's not doing it. And Gasly's in range. Fuck! Why did he dive it? He dived it. Come on, you glorious AlphaTauri straight line speed. Not quite. Not quite.
Guys moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
See, Lewis is just a bit too close to me in these areas. Yeah, we know the AlphaTauri is a slippery boy in the straights. I mean, I'm doing enough fuel saving just by doing this, really. So I'm not really worried about fuel at the moment. Oh, Gasly's right there! Come on, Pierre, do something. Here's the strategy. Alright, lay it on me. They're all just... I mean, shall I just start pushing now? You know what I mean? Because the problem I've got now is that Lewis has DRS on me. Gasly gets P2, you get... Hang on. Need to read that a bit more. Gasly gets P2, you let him through and then protect Gasly to force Hamilton into P3. I mean, what if Hamilton runs away though? Bit wide.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
The problem is if I let Lewis through, why don't you just get a gap on Pierre? If I drive off now, I'm letting fate decide. Come on, Pierre!
We're leading our teammate by 19.7
There's so much text going on. Let Gasly through. So you want me to let Lewis and Gasly through here? I'll let him go. I'll let them go before the DRS zone. I'll let them go before the DRS zone next time around. Then Gasly should have DRS on Lewis. I'll back them up enough and then let them go before the detection point. This doesn't sound like a good plan. Go, Pierre! Go! Why is he fucking slowing down? This is gonna go horribly wrong. This is gonna go so horribly wrong. Right, Pierre's close. Come on, Pierre. That was not what you meant. What do you mean? What? Oh no, there's so much. Alright, hang on. We'll dissect in a second. Pierre's close though. Stevie said that Gasly needed to get to P2 first before I let him go. Well, what can I do? He wasn't going to get past Hamilton because he was getting DRS'd along by me. The thing is, Gasly's close here. Gasly is sticking with Lewis. But he needs to get past sharpish. I mean, this championship fight's done anyway. Even if Gasly can't get past there anyway. He's not getting close enough down this back straight here.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Gasly's got to get this done. I'm putting all our hopes on Pierre Gasly. I'm trying not to get too close to put him in defensive positions either, but I need to stick close. Please fucking work. Yeah, because Pierre wasn't going to get past the way it was right there. If I was dragging Hamilton along with DRS, Pierre Gasly was not getting past. But Hamilton's doing enough. And Pierre's just not doing enough for that last corner.
Just make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Yeah, he's really letting himself down in those last two corners. Oh, he's close here though. He's close here though. Pierre Gasly! Gasly! Oh no, there's contact! Oh, they touched. They touched. They touched. Come on! Come on, Pierre! I mean, this is irrelevant because Gasly's got to get past and then I've got to get past. Come on, Pierre. You need a clean last couple of corners. What the fuck is this corner? Right, go again.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Here we go again. He's got to run. He's got to run. No, he's not close. Again, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Sergio Perez has just stolen fastest lap from out of nowhere. Pierre's close again. It's not going to happen though. Guys, get on with it. Hamilton's doing just enough. He's doing just enough. This is depressing. It's looking over. It's looking all over. Like I say, even if Gasly gets ahead here, we need to be ahead of both of them. And once again, Pierre's not close. Come on, man. Last lap, do or die.
Final lap of the race.
He's not really close enough yet. Or maybe he is. Hamilton's gone really defensive. Pierre! Pierre! He's done it! Oh my god! Pierre Gasly! Ah! Get back here! here, you bastard! I trusted you! Fuck it. Why did you do that then? Go! Fuck! Oh my god, it's over.
You gave it your best, but it just wasn't our day today. It's been an incredible season. We'll come back stronger next year.
You're fucking welcome, Pierre.
With that, another year of Formula One draws to a close.
You are so welcome.
Drivers' champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list.
That so nearly paid off.
Another superb
Why didn't that happen?
comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved.
Why didn't that happen, like,
Anthony Davidson,
a lap earlier?
do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think a large part
That happened a lap earlier, we would have been quids in there.
heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car to maximise the strategy. and stay out of trouble.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm very upset. That so nearly paid off. Fuck it. Well, we made it interesting, didn't we? I think,
Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting.
I think considering Gasly's
Some
pace,
amazing talents out on the track today.
Um,
Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of
once
the
he
day?
got behind
Bit
Lewis,
of a tight spot today, but
I think we could have also tried to pull away from those two there
made the most of some difficult
and get the gap.
It's another clear win for Mercedes
Just get out of DRS range of Lewis and then just leave him to see what Gasly could do, really.
for the whole team.
But wasn't that much more fun? Just watching that fight behind. So hang on, let me just read specifically what Stevie had suggested. I'm gonna have to look in there. Hang on. I'm just tabbing out of the game 1 second, but I will just read what Stevie's wrote here. So hang on. So hang on. Here's the strategy. So Gasly gets P2, you let him through and then protect Gasly to force Hamilton into P3. Then you take Gasly on the final lap to win. But how would Gasly have got P2? That was my question. I wasn't confident that Gasly would get into second. Like, I tried to back Lewis up as much as I could there. Unless it was like some kind of illegal move on the straight that really backed everyone up. So, that's a good lap from Perez, by the way. Hard tyre definitely did work towards the end. Well, it just worked throughout that whole stint. We were comfortable on that tyre, really. So much so that we were able to mess about with that. So, yeah. The problem was, would Gasly have, if we stayed as I was, so holding the pack up and letting, to be fair, now that I think about it, Perez wasn't that far away. We could have just kept backing him up. But Lewis always had that slipstream and that DRS from me. So it could never really, it never worked out. Anyway, let's see the rest of the results anyway. So Leclerc kind of slipped back. Really struggled for some reason on the hard tyre there. Actually, I think Perez was on the medium. If I'm correct. No, he's on the hard. Sorry, he was on the hard. So my biggest mistake was not deploying the brake check. Yeah, I don't go racing like that though, so it's a big shame. Max down in 14th. Yeah, really struggled with damage, I think, early on, and then just yeah, and just fell like a stone, didn't he? Kvyat done well, got big points again. So I think AlphaTauri probably got the most points out of everyone in this one, which is quite concerning for team championship. I think we're quite far ahead, so it shouldn't be an issue. Nick DeFries got a point. Yeah, who cares about the rest? Right, so the standings, so the championship is done. I'm very sad actually. On reflection, it all kind of happened certainly in the last third of the season. Momentum really shifted on Hamilton's side. And we couldn't do anything about it. The one regret I have, and the one thing I will keep in mind for future career modes or future seasons that I may end up doing, is to just double check the qualifying pace relative to the race pace, because that's something that really bit us hard. It was interesting to obviously move up the field and see where we got to, but in a championship perspective, we just got destroyed. We lost so many points. Also, don't make him your rival. That's actually a good point. Yeah, that's probably a very good point as well, because from the point we kept setting him as a rival, he just took off, didn't he? So, but that being said, we can race them, like, you know, lap for lap. We're matching them in the races. It's just we're just not in a position. We certainly haven't been in a position often enough in the last third of the season to challenge. So we were just more outside podium shots a lot of the time, and that was it. Bottas DNF 3 times as well. And he qualified 11th in this one as well. So I mean, he's really just left it. It's an open goal for Hamilton. He's had pretty much no competition for a lot of those last couple of races, and that really hurt points wise. So it's a shame. It's a shame. I'm a little annoyed we couldn't bring it to the last race, but to be honest, it's been completely out of my hands for a couple of races now as well. So it's just the way it is, really. Yeah, it's cool. Second, we're guaranteed second anyway, so first loser. So buzzing about that. In terms of constructors, we should be clear enough of AlphaTauri unless they just go on a mad one. Actually, no, they won't. There's only 44 points at stake now, so nothing to be done there. We're pretty much done. Actually, interesting. Let me just see those standings again. Yeah, so Red Bull have been convincingly beaten by AlphaTauri as well. That was a bit of a theme earlier in the season of how close they were. They kept going back and forth. But AlphaTauri really picked up. Albon clearly not delivering the goods for the Red Bull team this season. It sucks. It sucks. Well, it almost paid off as well, didn't it? Right at the end. Oh, that would have been brilliant if we'd managed to just keep going. But as it turns out, we're done. So that means the last race will happen. Should be a fun one. No pressure. We're just going in to just drive. Might not even do the practice sessions. We'll just jump straight into quali and do the race. Do whatever we want. We can lay it out however we want. If we want to do a 100% race, I'm game for that. I don't mind. If we really want to mix it up, and if you want to suggest some wacky ideas, and I will read them. I won't necessarily agree to all of them, but we can do. I won't do a 3-lap sprint, Quiddles. I'm not going to do a 3-lap sprint. It's going to be 50% or higher at that point. So I know I hate Abu Dhabi as well, but we have to race there, and we have to at least do 50%. Okay. There we go. Let's check the football. Oh, it's half time, so I can't see the score. Whatever. These questions are just naff.
Do you have any comments about this team?
I'm just looking forward to not.
That was an
Well, hopefully these.
How do you think this will play out?
Hopefully this interview process is done next season. I hate it. It's the worst bit about this game. a battle for the ages, and I will take the crown. I'm delusional, clearly.
Great. Well, that's everything.
I'm in straight up denial right now. Still 1-0. Still 1-0 at the moment. Cool. I'm going to go watch that second half anyway. Got about 10 minutes anyway, but still. Okay, let's see if we get our development parts. It doesn't matter now. But we will still go into it. Well, I'll still practice for the race because I need to actually do a couple of laps there because I hate Abu Dhabi and I've not driven it with a steering wheel yet. So lots of prep work still to do in order to do the next race. The question is, when is that going to happen? So I've got a bit of time before F1 2021 release day. I actually have, it's literally a month, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, so it's just under 1 month to the next game comes out. So I'm really not sure when I'm going to do this next stream. So I've been caught up. It's probably going to be on a non-football day because now I'm going to get just stuck into the Euros for the next week or so still. There will be periods when the group stages close and there'll be space, I'm sure. But whether I'm doing stuff during that time, did I actually get any of those parts? No, I didn't get the big one. Yeah, and I'm going to get that after the race, so who cares? Yeah. To be honest, I could do it this weekend if I really wanted to. I probably will stream in some form this weekend, but whether it's going to be F1 related or... I mean, I've not done iRacing for a couple of weeks, so I'm kind of overdue a race on that. Season restarted, so I might try some of the new cars out, or I might just go back to the old tried and tested Formula Renault cars. Yeah, I'm not sure. So we'll definitely do a stream at some point this weekend. That I can kind of promise. Saturday's looking more likely. So, but I'm not sure whether it'll be. It won't be F1 for sure. Actually, no, that's a lie. It could be. It'll be whatever I decide at the day. But I will stream at the weekend at one point. So I will see you guys there, hopefully. That's pretty much it, though. So we're done. Season's over, pretty much. Join us for the next one in Abu Dhabi. I'm going to open the rules up a little bit. So if you guys if we want to have a bit of fun and enjoy one last race of the season, then please come along and give me some ideas because that'd be really cool. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys soon. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the football tomorrow. I think everyone in the chat is a Brit, an Englishman. So enjoy the football tomorrow, and I'll see you at some point this weekend. Till then,
Bye.